Hello everyone and welcome back to another race day preview. I'm excited for one reason, and it's not because I'm doing this preview. I'm going back to the races on Monday at Balnarring. Now, I know it's a picnic meeting, there's not many horses that are special there, but I can't wait to get back to the races. I haven't been there since March, and I'm looking forward to it. But let's go back to last week to see how we went with the units. Of course, last week we invested 100 and we returned 111, which gives us a profit on turnover of 9.9%. Long Arm won along with Lunicorn. We took Long Arm at $4.60, but it drifted out to as much as $9, so it could have been higher. But I can't wait to get stuck into this week. Let's go and do the race day preview now. Race 1 is a 2-year-old handicap over the 1200 metres, and RANVEER is the favourite up the top at $3. Outside of that, Yulong, Jet and PICARONES are both at $6.50 and $5.50 each. But the first replay I'm going to look at is this replay at Flemington 2 weeks ago. This is of RANVEER and Mr. Caulfield. More interested in RANVEER. RANVEER was well supported heading into this race and just held ground behind Profiteer, who might be a smart horse. This looks a promising galloper. Its jump outs have been good prior. It did well this day, and I think with Jamie Carr going on, it can do it again. Now, this is the jump out of Crazy Ladies for Tremper Sutton and Natalie Young. Crazy Ladies is a 2-year-old filly by Schnitzel. I thought the jump out was really good through the line. It looked really strong and wanted to keep going. If there's a betting move late, I think it's got a real chance to win. And you can see here, it's third at the moment, and it just careers up on the outside and goes past them. So RANVEER and Crazy Ladies are on top. RANVEER on top for me, mostly. RUSHEEN in for third. Encouraging debut at Bendigo and has the ability to go 2 from 2. And then the other one, PICARONES, jump out was in Melbourne was pretty good. But RANVEER on top for me, ahead of Crazy Ladies. Race 2 is a 3-year-old fillies, benchmark 70 over the 1100 metres. Zushine's at 340 with Twist of Fury at 370 and the top weight at 420, Asta La Rocca. But the first replay we're going to look at is of Zushine winning its maiden. It was the hot favourite this day, raced just off the speed and boxed on to win, defeating Daily Spirit. The horse who run third's come out and won since, so it's good form lines. Before that, only finished 3.5 lengths behind Written Beauty in the Red Roses Stakes, so it's got some ability. I like this win last time, and I think it can measure up to these. I think it's a class horse. Zushine was only a length off Written Miss as well. Now, the next one I'm going to look at is of Asta La Rocca and Night of Delight. Forgive Night of Delight, it had issues. Asta La Rocca's third up today. It's its last run before it goes to the paddock. I think its past 2 wins have been really good. If it's at its peak fitness, it'll definitely be going well here. 1100 metres and at Caulfield is the only question mark, but I think it'll be going well. Zushine and Asta La Rocca ahead of Twist of Fury. I think it's a touch under the odds, but it's a chance to bounce back to winning form and can win again with Jamie Carr going on it. And a long gap back to Mr. Vinen, but 12 units the win on Zushine, 12 units the win on Asta La Rocca. Hopefully a fast start to the day. Race 3 is a benchmark 70 over the 1400 metres, and the $2 favourite is AYRTON, second up for Mick Price, Michael Ken Jr. at $2. BELTORO is at $5 and $7 for SAFEEYA. But the first replay we're going to look at is of BELTORO and I Love the Game, mostly focusing on the winner BELTORO, having its third race start. It was a good win on debut, and then this win was really good, defeating Field of Roses. Now, all the horses that finished in the top 3 came from the back, so it was a run-on race because they went hard. Nevaez has come out of this race and won since. It's good form lines. It's in the mix again, and it deserves to be $5. So next one I'm going to look at is of AYRTON, the short price favourite. This was its win at Bendigo in a maiden plate. This was a very encouraging debut, tracked the speed and boxed on really well for a stylish win. Didn't beat a lot, but you can only beat what's put in front of you. It was a dominant display on debut. This horse is clearly well above average, and it's an excellent winning chance on Saturday. So I'm going with AYRTON. Too short to back. BELTORO can win. Standoff has been running in better class races. Will be doing its best work late, and SAFEEYA has got some Michael Walker's only ride and can go on with it. But AYRTON for me, for Jamie Carr. Race 4 is a benchmark 78 over the 1400 metres. The $4.60 favourite is Promotions, and at $5 up the top is Viral, $6 for Wicklow Town, $6.50 for both Write Your Name and Triton Rising. But this is the first replay we're going to look at is of Viral and Casio. I like both of them, Viral more. This was a race won by Mr. Moneybags. Bandersnatch was unlucky. Now Viral raced 3 wide without cover and still managed to hold on for an impressive performance. Even though Mr. Moneybags won, it was a good thing beaten. Because Viral loves Caulfield, Gate 3 suits, Damien Lane goes on. It is a real winning chance. I think it's a bit over the odds. That's why I've got 12 units to win at $4.80. Never Again will be better suited second up, and it loves Caulfield, good gate, and 7 units each way at $14. Casio, as I've said, and Triton Rising can run on from the back. It's got some potential, but Viral on top for me. Race 5 is a benchmark 70 over the 1200 metres. The favourite at $4.60 is Don't Tell the Boss from Score at $5.50, and Need New Friends is at $7. But the only replay we're having to look at is of Score. That's it in the yellow, red and green. Now, it said it was a soft 5 at Pakenham, but really it was like a soft 7. Getting back onto a firmer track will suit this horse. Its recent form will be impressive for this race. Has won at Caulfield before. Gate 2 will get a soft run, just needs a little bit of luck. I think 4th up will be ready to peak and win now. I think Score is the best on the card, and that's why it's in my strategy. 20 units to win, and if it wins, we'll already make a profit. So that Score goes on top ahead of Need New Friends. Damien Lane's in impressive form. It looks one of the main dangers. Don't Tell the Boss was a winner first up. It's hard to hold out, and BELZELLA will be fitter for its last run and has a chance, but Score best on the card. Race 6 is another benchmark 70 over the 1100 metres, and on this page, first up is Flow Star at $8, $11 for Hidden Legend, and the favourite at $3.10 is That Girl. And we're having a look at a replay of this horse now. That Girl is my on-top selection for this race. It's racing second up today, so it'll be fitter. Defiant Dance has already come out of this race and won at Flemington. It suited back markers this race. Ran on strongly. And it was, before this, it ran in the Creswick behind front page and ran pretty well. So it's got the class. We further improved for this. It's back in top order, and I think it's a great hope here. That Girl, ahead of IDIDITFORLOVE, who's over the odds at $11. Hidden Legends over the odds as well. Spirit of AQUADA can give them a shake-up first up. Loves Caulfield and this distance. But That Girl from Gate 2 and Daniel Stackhouse going on, I think is a great chance. Packed in early, which is good signs as well. Race 7 is the listed Christmas Stakes over the 1200 metres. Pandemic is $2.70 favourite ahead of King of Hastings at $4 and $5.50 for Sansom. But the first jump out we're having a look at is King of Hastings. This was his recent jump out at Flemington. Resumes first up. It's the one that finishes second. I think this was a pretty good jump out after a 7-month break. On Saturday, last start it was behind front page in the Creswick Stakes. I think it's a definite winning chance first up, Gate 4, and a good jump out leading in. Now the next replay I want to look at is of William Thomas. This was a race won by Fabergino, who's a class horse. This horse is useful. He was slowly away last start, but he was the only horse that ran on from the back, and that's really encouraging. It's been thereabouts in its past couple of starts. Doesn't win often, but it loves Caulfield and can give this race a shake-up. It's definitely racing well enough to win this. Damien Lane sticks with it, and he's in good form. I think King of Hastings can beat Pandemic, who's a good winning chance. William Thomas in there for third, and I think BLAZEJOWSKI will have an improved performance off last start. The strategy is 10 units to win on King of Hastings and 10 units to win on William Thomas, just because of the price. Hopefully we're in front by this stage of the day. Race 8 is the listed Lord Stakes over the 1700 metres, and Taverdance is the $2.50 favourite ahead of Parody at $4, and the rest are at double figures. But the first replay we're going to look at is of Taverdance, and only Taverdance I want to speak about. It's racing well, this horse. It was the favourite for this race and demolished them. Night's Watch is a handy horse as well, and it's running in this race. It got the job done on this occasion very stylishly. I think it looks a leading hope again, gets a similar sort of run on the weekend, and will give this race a shake-up. The next replay we're going to look at is of Pancho. Taverdance is also in this race, but Pancho won this race. Taverdance was on the inferior ground. Pancho is a useful type. He's freshened for 34 days off this run. It won last start, which is encouraging. Looks well suited again. Gate 11's a bit sticky. Craig Williams isn't in the best riding form, but I think Tavadance is the one to beat here. Paradig's been running in better class races and can definitely win this. $4 looks overs. Pancho, as I've said. Mosh Music, second up goes well. Ran well first up off a 78-week break last start. But Tavadance, it's a good horse. It's consistent and it's always done well for me. So that's why I've got Tavadance on top. Race 9 is a benchmark 78 over the 2,000 metres, and the favourite at 440 is ZACHAZ. ASTRAEUS is at $5 and the rest are at double figures. But the first replay we're having a look at is Sentimentalist. And I can't remember what cup it was, but it was one that was won by Wentwood, who since came out and won at Flemington, beating Princess Jenny. Sentimentalist. It began awkwardly on this day and probably should have won the race. So it's in really good form. It's been in good form, and I think it has a hope in this race. Now, this one is of ASTRAEUS and Yulong captain. ASTRAEUS this day, this was 2 back for ASTRAEUS. It impressed the run after this and can go on with it. But the one I'm interested in is Yulong captain. It's racing second up today. I think it'll be fitter for this run. The back markers didn't come on at all, so it's forgiving, and I think second up will be better suited. Craig Williams goes on and it's worth considering. 5 units, that's meant to say each way, at $12. So, and it says Flemington up there. It's meant to be Caulfield. I don't know what I'm doing. That's 5 units each way on Yulong captain. ASTRAEUS and Sentimentalist, as I've said. ZACHAZ can run well, winning last start. But that's my tips for Caulfield.